Are we going? Yes, we're going. I think I wanted to speak sort of generally about how things outside a relationship impact the relationship. And, so you're not only dealing with you and the other person in that fairly delicate dance of, I got distracted by my hair, just got out of the tub. The delicate dance of who you are to each other, which is always in flux. But they're the families of each, perhaps, are an influence. And if somebody is for it, that might make you react in a certain way. And if somebody's against it, you might actually double down. Maybe even in a passive-aggressive way to stick it to the family member who doesn't want it. It's just so complicated. And I think that love can cut through that, but not always. And, in my lifetime, I've had a high tolerance for non-conventional relationships, should we say, or ones where, people advise me, oh, don't do that. This'll never work. Which happened in the two most important relationships I've had thus far. 20, give or take years with somebody who I got a lot of advice not a lot of, I bucked family, and ultimately they came around, but it was, so it just, and there are relationships that just create a lot of drama within the family. And once the drama gets rolling, other family members chime in and, so it kind of spreads. Things spread. It's like a disturbance in the space-time continuum. Oh my God. Let's see. Oh, this is Knight of Cups. Somebody's moving forward open-heartedly. They're kind of riding the wave of their feelings. That's the momentum. And there is 9 of Wands. That can be the wounded warrior. There's been a fight of some kind that was exhausting. Somebody perhaps really had to fight in order to even make the love offer, let alone, to initiate the relationship, let alone follow through with it. There was just a lot of resistance, and I think it was something this Knight of Cups person had to overcome. They fought, in the name of love. They're a knight. So it does involve some kind of forward movement despite this wounded warrior energy. And then it immediately lightens up with the release of the Knight of Cups. Let's see. Tell us about the wounded warrior, please. Maybe not. Tell us about the wounded warrior, please. Last card in the Major Arcana, the World card. Card of Capricorn. And a card of a cycle being concluded. A big cycle. It can be the year, which is sort of interesting since it's a card of Capricorn. The sign we're in. And the end of the year. Whatever it was, to conclude this cycle, I mean, this is the 9 card, not quite there. It's not the 10 of Wands, the laying down of the burden, but it's somebody who has fought the good fight and is on the cusp of laying down, like they have perhaps one more stand. It's like they've, perhaps put out the fire, Wands energy, in many instances. And they have one more thing to accomplish, to do, Wands energy, before this cycle wraps up. And I'd say, like, it's now. Yuck, yuck. I mean, I get. But they appear to have, whoever this is, appear to have fought to free their heart. It was hard work, Capricorn. This is 6 of Cups, card of the soulmate. Under Knight of Cups. This person is doing this, taking this action, Knights are action takers, to move forward, with their feelings for somebody. And that person is somebody they've connected with before. It may have been like thwarted, it may have not come through either in this lifetime earlier or in previous lifetimes. And it was some pattern they had to break. 9 of Wands can be that, the pattern. Doing something again and again and again and again, and then suddenly popping through the kind of gauntlet of the wounded warrior, victorious. Love on the move. Very important relationship, ostensibly to both people. Under 9 of Wands, we have 8 of Pentacles, 8 of Coins. It took a long time. I mean, whatever this fight was, it was a big deal. And by fight, this struggle, this, I'm up against something, it took a long time. And maybe while that was happening, the relationship somehow actually grew, Pentacles energy. Both soulmates worked on it, 8 of Pentacles. They did the work in their lives. Both of them. They maybe both had to fight this 9 of Wands battle, which can be with a group of other people or something like that, or it can just be internal. I didn't know what I wanted. I tried this, I tried that, it was exhausting. But finally I've come to some sort of definitive decision that allows me to do this thing, Wands energy, close out the cycle. It was exhausting, hard work, but what was liberated? Love on the move. It may have been, and I'll do these timing cards when they hit me, but please, I don't have it's not an exact science, I'm here reading the cards and doing my best to interpret them. I would say, since this is a relationship that has a history, 8 years, and each one was having to do the work on the relationship, but not necessarily in the same place. They each had work to do, and it might be work on the level of how to love, Knight of Cups, 6 of Cups. where to, plant the flag, to know what you're fighting for. But in the same energy as the World card, Capricorn, hard work, here it is again. Hard work. But really gratifying. I mean, this person looks very proud of themselves. It's paid off. Pentacles can speak to something of value like that. It's paid off. They didn't waste their time. And I think each person worked on themselves, which we've gotten a bazillion times lately. Queen of Cups. Whatever they worked on has to do with opening the heart. I think there was trouble of some sort. It had to do with a pattern of how somebody had loved before. 9 of Wands, 6 of Cups. So somebody sort of dug in and did the work, and it might be a Capricorn. But we have water here as well. Queen of Cups, Knight of Cups, 6 of Cups. And it was a struggle to close out this cycle, but it was completed, or it's about to be. So what's the cycle for these soulmates? Ooh la la, Tower. To me, a card of Scorpio and a sudden transformation. In Cups energy, and the energy of connection and flow and love. It can mean a lot of things. Epiphany, or just abrupt and it destroys a paradigm, or it destroys a situation that wasn't stable. But I think in this case, it's like out with the old, in with the new. In with the new. I think this was, I need another word other than thwarted, but I was talking about this interference by family or some kind of timing situation. You can't do that yet, But this is a card of kind of the now. If the cycle, it may be that something went, something dramatic changed on the level of the feelings that allowed for this cycle to complete before it had been in the 9. Somebody was really struggling. Okay, on Queen of Cups, 4 of Swords. It's a card of healing. Wounded warrior. Healing. And, while it's healing, it looks as well as if this person is, sometimes the person has a bandaged head on both of these cards, Wounded Warrior and 4 of Swords. But in this one, it's not a bandaged head, it's a turban. And here, the person looks like they're going like this. Like they're just resting. They really are resting. Taking the time to heal. They're healing some kind of mental state. And the sun is pouring in through the window. Some kind of enlightenment, which this can be as well. like the light gets in, but only because the the tower blew apart. Tower, can be the release after something was like had a stranglehold on somebody. And the need for growth exploded this situation. Okay, tell us about Knight of Cups and the need for growth, both in water energy, Cups energy. Is it this one? Page of Wands. Again, on the move. This is a card of the beginning of the journey. Somebody who's inspired to go for it, go forward. Wands are directional. This is the pilgrim on the path. This person knows where they're going. They have the intention to get, and I think in this case, to a particular place. And it's not where they were before. And it may not be a place in a literal place. It may be something in the psyche. There's definitely a shift, like a redirect. It's as if this guy has one wand left in his hands, and here it is being kind of repurposed. I may have used it before in a sense as a weapon, the wounded warrior. Now this has got a energy of both the reset and of spirituality. It's like I've healed, I'm on the move, I'm on the move. Love on the move. Breaking trail, something like that. Okay, is it this bunch? Is it this one? Eight of Wands, on the move. That's almost like, this cycle is concluded, it's the new year, and boom, there's this release of energy. It may be a conversation. It may be a conversation that revisits something that was painful. But somehow is a gives closure, the World card, like allows for the wrapping up of the cycle. It gives closure. But it's not, it's weird because it's closure, but it allows for this release. It may be a conversation that brings closure, something that explodes the way we used to do it, Tower, Six of Cups, the way we did it for years. If this Queen of Cups person, loving, giving, and in this depiction, she looks sad. She's healing, she, he, they. It may have taken, this person may have taken a hit to their, whether or not they could believe in what their heart was telling them, sword energy, the need to heal that. Tell us about Wounded Warrior, because I'm intrigued. Judgment, second chances, new life. I think a pattern has been broken, and it's a good thing. That Nine of Wands to the Eight of Wands here is the clarifier. There's been a release of energy that was pent up. Some pattern that went on for years, and now the paradigm has been demolished, which I think liberates the soulmates. But let's see. They have a conversation that may bring closure. On Eight of the work, Eight of Pentacles, we have Seven of Swords, Seven of Wands, so more Wands energy. I think somebody was really pushed to the edge. They were like a donkey on the edge. and it activated their resistance. This is like poking the beast, though. It's like, I'm not quite sure what that means in terms of this 8 year. Well, somebody maybe got pushed to the edge because we have the 7, 8, 9 of wands. Something provoked this person. And it may have prompted them to say, okay, 8 years, long enough, done the work, now I can move forward. I can talk, I can reveal myself, I can enter the flow somehow. But they had to be provoked to, maybe it was that family thing. The 7 of Wands can be defensive energy. Like I had to work on my defensiveness. Because maybe some group of people, and this is kind of a ganging up on somebody energy. People wanting this person to do this, do that, do the other. And it pushed them to some sort of edge. And then right off the edge. Queen of Cups, healing from this. I think it may have been the Queen of Cups that had their world explode on them. But it was always in the service of their growth. Tower, 8 of Pentacles. It was something that allowed for the healing because it had been pent up feelings. Scorpio energy, Tower, pent up, pent up, pent up. Then somebody's provoked. Wow, Devil, Capricorn. Capricorn, Capricorn. I think somebody, possibly a Capricorn, had to work really hard to release themselves from something that really had a chokehold on them. Could have been an addiction, could have been an unhealthy relationship, could have been an unhealthy attitude toward themselves. Release. Stuck place, stuck toxic relationship. Kaboom. And this could again be in some way the energy of that, whatever was preventing the new phase. Working, 8 of Pentacles, working hard to free themselves. They had to be provoked to do it. It was like maybe somebody would have gone with the status quo. We can just limp along, 9 of Wands, in this sort of wounded way, or we can heal the situation. And I think the universe stepped in and said, the universe, I think in a way, called bullshit. That's what I'm hearing. Don't buy into it. Don't let that hold you back. Opt for the new life. Wake up, the awakening. Second chances, forgiveness, reconciliation. It's a crossroads energy. It's a decision. What are we going to do about this? Well, I think it's about breaking free. Page of Wands, 8 of Wands, Knight of Cups. Okay, but let's look a little bit at the Devil card, because it can be a relationship that somehow soured. It was like too hard. 9 of Cups. Is a dream come true? Maybe somebody did fight, 9 of Wands, 9 of Cups, to be, to liberate their, this is a card of dream come true for a person, for an individual. They fought for their freedom to love who they choose. 2 9s make 18, make, what the hell is 18? Moon. Woo! Well, moon can be like some suppressed something. And again, the suppression didn't work. It may have worked for a long time, and then suddenly, ripe and ready, 8 of Pentacles, you know, cooked, done. Somebody followed their heart. That's why they worked so hard to get free. They've got a long way to go. They're at the beginning of the journey. They can't go backwards, got to go forwards. This relationship can't, if it appears to regress, to block forward movement, or to, you know, to bend to the status quo just to keep the peace, it won't last. There's something rebel here. Let's see. Rebel. King of Wands. King of Swords. Clarity. Cutting through the, did I say bullshit before? Cutting through of what holds us back. Cutting themselves free. Having the clarity to, it's a very honorable card, like face off with their own shadow that may have been holding them back, devil energy, from what they loved. 9, a card of the personal. Wounded warrior, 9 card and Wands energy. You know, I fought the good fight. It was exhausting, but look what I won. I mean, this is a samurai all in their gear, not a wounded warrior anymore. Full of clarity and integrity. Could be an air sign. And they could be healing from something they knew this was their person. Queen of Cups, 6 of Cups. They knew it. King of Swords. And extremely passionate. Devil is a card of extremes. And passion and kind of root chakra, sacral chakra, va-va-voom. I think the energy that was spent fighting something is now turned toward the new life, the next thing. The next thing. The new year, the new life. Can't do it this way anymore. Okay, I think that's it. Is that it? Is this a 1? No, that's it. Okay, on the board we have Capricorn, Scorpio. Capricorn again. Well, I think it proves to be a bang-up next few days. And of course, the new year is a kind of arbitrary marker. But in this case, it looks like there's something that will really get resolved. Allow us to pass through a portal. It's an awakening. It's a second chance. 7, 8, 9 of Wands. It's almost like a, revving up to something. Oh, I like this reading. Happy New Year, you guys. And, it's New Year's Eve today. And let's see what how the wheel turns, you know, what the future will bring. And with that initial question of how to cope with pressures outside the relationship, I think there were some. I think something really slowed it down, and now there's resolution of some sort that brings a release, and somebody will move forward because they now have the clarity. Kick out the jams. Devil energy. You know, unblock. Let the good times roll. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.